So Ryan Garcia beat Devin the American Dream Haney in a spectacular fashion. And while critics were on Ryan Garcia's head talking about his antics, saying he lost his mind, he didn't make weight. He had to give up like 1.5 mil, or was it 500,000, something in that area. A lot of money for missing weight. He chugging beer on stage, talking crazy, talking about Buddy Mom, doing all of this wild shit, while at the same time it was all a strategic game plan. And now I knew that he had got inside Devin's head the moment he pushed Ryan on whatever rooftop they was on, and Ryan was shirtless. And at that moment, I knew he had got in his head. And let's not forget the thing that people like to overlook in boxing. A lot of the community is very small. If you're talented and got a good push and got a good group behind you and a recognized gym, you're going to bump heads with each other. They have sparred and trained and fought many times growing up. These guys aren't like, enemies from opposite camps. Like, they were around each other. And honestly, it felt like they was friends. And during that fight, a lot got exposed. For one, the same thing that people have been saying for years about Devin Haney, his glass chin, bro. But, you know what you can't say? He ain't got no heart. Because he got up every single time Ryan put him on the canvas. Every time. To the point where Ryan even had to acknowledge it in a tweet. And with that being said, I want to congratulate Ryan Garcia on a spectacular performance. I do think you guys do better and perform better at higher weight classes. I think both of y'all are really probably 160s. Like, that's y'all real area. That's really what y'all probably should walk around at, just being honest. But I got to give him props, man. Garcia talked that talk, and literally ever since he fought Tank, took all of the stuff that came with it, people been wanting to fight now. All of a sudden. We end up getting Crawford versus Spence. Spectacular. Great fight. Great fight. Then, what was it? Pitbull versus Gambosa. Yeah, that was another great fight. And this is all because one person had the balls to stand up and say, man, fuck all of that trying to keep my resume pretty. I'm a dog. I want to fight. Let's get in there. I want to prove I'm the best. And I'm going to break this down one last time. Ryan Garcia has power. Devin doesn't have power. We've watched him fight guys. He's a technical fighter. With a guy like Ryan, you can't just point your way to victory. Like, you got to hurt him. You got to hit him with something. You got to make him respect you, because he will walk you down. Now, he's good off the back foot. Don't get it twisted. But he will walk you down. And especially for a guy like Haney, you could see it was evident, like, from the beginning of the fight. I think he got a knockdown in round 1. Like, that's crazy. And then this the same guy who's going to say he can beat Tank. Talking about their sparring match. Yeah, you did survive. Adrian Broner hopped in there and broke it up. I mean, you had on headgear, and I get that you were like a pup in there, so ain't nobody knocking you. I mean, training is training. What happens inside the gym before the actual fight doesn't really matter, because that's just building you to the fight. You're supposed to get in there and get worked over so you can find out where your flaws are, so you can learn how to pull it out at that last moment. But in this case, they were trying to, I believe they really linked it to try to put fear in Ryan's heart, which that ain't going to work. You know why ain't it work? Because he already faced him. He already went in there and took his chin out. And he lost. And that's just it. Like, there is no, you can't put fear in the heart of somebody who's already faced what you're trying to use to scare them. But on the flip side, Devin Haney has been very careful with the fighters he picks. Him and Tank and Garcia have all been in the same discussion for the past, 5 years in boxing, as long as I've known. For the longest time, they have been talked about. And Earl Spence, too, and Crawford. But I think with Spence, he kind of, when he took that L to Crawford, everybody forgets, man, that accident he had should have killed him, bro. For real. Like, but I ain't gonna get too much into the boxing topic. My bad, y'all. I can't help it sometimes. It's just, that's just what it is. But Spence fought Crawford, and it's just been like kind of quiet on his end. But the same thing with Romero. He talked his way into a Tank fight when everybody knew he wasn't ready. But he talked so much, he got a money fight. And they're trying to turn them into like roadmen. They're there to help the whoever the next lead guy is get a little pick me up fight and a tune up before they go face the real threat. Now after that performance, I gotta say, man, you gotta give it to Ryan. He may have extreme methods, but he's pimping the system. That's what you do. Shout out to Devin Haney, though, for getting up every time, for keeping his chin up. Man, don't worry about all these haters. They going to talk that talk, but that's the business you in. Get back in the gym. Work on your chin. Work on your toughness. Stop letting your daddy talk so much for you. And go out there and stand on your own, too. For real. And I do want to say, the difference between him and Ryan is Ryan's pop is there. But Ryan's pop don't run nothing. And you can tell it's pretty evident. Even with the Tank fight, they didn't think he was ready. And they were right. But he went and took it anyway because he had that dog in him. And they couldn't stop him. And see, unlike you, literally during that same fight you had with Tank, that sparring match, you got saved by older people. I think he need to go out there and deal with some real toughness. You know what I'm saying? Let his pops take a little step back and let him get hurt. Let him feel some shit and then get back in there. That toughness going to bring him back. But he a fighter, bro. Like, you got to get a man all respect. He got in there, risked his championship, risked his health, and the better man won that night. So, for all the fans out there, we're really seeing a lot of great things. Ever since Ryan fought Tank, I swear he done set in a whole slew of emotions, bro. Like a whole different wave in boxing. Something that was needed because MMA is whooping their ass right now. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't blame them. I've been an MMA fan since day one. I've been fans of both of them. I never got the whole beef thing because, anybody who goes out there and get punched in the face for a living, should be respected. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, leave a comment with how you feel, what you think about it, who you putting your money on next, who you think Ryan's next opponent should be, who you think Devin's next opponent should be. Should he rematch Garcia and go, get his title back, get his rank back, get his win back? Or should he go quiet for a while, take about a year off, do some more training, get his work up, catch a couple tune-up fights, and then get back in there? What do y'all think? And who do you think should fight next? I know that, and this is something I haven't been addressing with boxing. I'm going to just tell you the truth, bro. Your boy Canelo, he ducking Benavidez. I don't care what none of y'all say. He ducking him. He ducking him. He ducking him. For real. Nigga asked for $150 million. Boy, you ain't even get paid that with Floyd. Shut up. Like, he ducking him. But again, that's the game, though. After that fight with Floyd, it changed his whole perspective. It changed the wave of boxing. Well, now Garcia has the reins. And you're going to either get down and fight, or you're going to get called a pussy and no one's going to want to come see you. Pick one. I think this is great for boxing, though. And again, I appreciate all the support. We're at 1.15 K right now. Slowly moving up to 2, man. I'm going to start dropping some more long-form videos on y'all. My skits are coming. I just had some technical difficulties. Once again, my hard drive is destroyed. So, got to get the funds to get that up. But once I get that done, I'm going to have some more content for you. Just keep your ears and your eyes on the swivel and be ready for something new. Peace.